Knee pain. Growing up playing basketball, knee pain is something I battled with constantly, and it can get annoying. The trickiest thing about knee pain is that it affects majority of the things that you do on a daily basis. It can affect your ability to use stairs, both ascending and descending. It can affect your ability to go for light runs or jogs, and if it gets bad enough, it can also affect your ability to walk and stand for long periods of time. The good news is we can manage your knee pain. My name is Milos. I'm a doctor in physiotherapy, an exercise scientist, and a fitness coach, and today we're going to fix your knees. The knee is a hinge joint. It's pretty simple. What it does is it bends and it straightens. In other words, it flexes and it extends. There's not much to it, right? Well, unfortunately, the knee is affected by the joints above and below. The position that your hips and your ankles are in can significantly affect the function of your knee. Have a look at this position right here. Your hip is internally rotated and your ankle is everted. Look at the position that your knee is in. We call this knock knees or valgus knee positioning. If your knee is in this position while you're walking, using the stairs, jumping, and jogging, it can cause an increase in load that goes through the knee. Eventually, with an increase in load after days, weeks, months, and in some cases, years, your knees can become sore. Additionally, during a stent of inactivity, the muscles around your hips, ankles, and knees can become weaker. So if you find yourself sore after recently introducing some physical activity, this is probably why. For all my patients that come in clinic reporting knee pain after just recently introducing physical activity, I encourage them to strengthen up the knees and address the hip and ankle deficits. So today we're going to run through some exercises to address these deficits and make sure that you never have knee pain again. Exercise number 1, we have the inner range knee extension. This is a great exercise for strengthening up your quadriceps. Your quadriceps are the muscles that go over the top of the front of the knee and they help with knee extension. So if these muscles get stronger, your knee extension will be better. When you're running and going up and down stairs and even walking, we need good knee extension. You can use a sports band, pop it behind your knee and tie it up to a stable surface. From here, allow the sports band to pull your knee forward while you extend the knee, pushing the sports band back. The sports band creates some tension, allowing the quadricep muscle to contract more. This is a great exercise as there is no downward forces being played on your knee, but rather horizontal forces, which means we can strengthen the quadricep without aggravating our pain. Once this exercise becomes easier, you can tension up the band and make it a little bit more difficult as you progress through. I'll pop some links in the description below of the exercise bands I recommend to my patients when they're completing inner range quad exercises. They're robust, easy to use, they're lightweight, and you can take them with you on your holidays. If you have a sports band, you have a gym. The next exercise is a step down. This exercise targets the alignment of your knee, hip, and ankle joints. There is a balance component, so it's going to be a little bit frustrating, but it'll be worth it in the long run. The step down allows you to strengthen your glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps, and the muscles around your ankle all at the same time. So really, it's a bang for buck exercise that you can do anywhere, anytime, with no equipment. And it plays a huge role in improving our walking, going up and down stairs, and even running. The next exercise, we have a single leg sit to stand. Similar to the step down, it involves the hip, knee, and ankle joints simultaneously, strengthening the muscles around your hips, your knees, and your ankles. With this exercise, you want to start from a sitting position. The height of the seat that you're using will determine the difficulty of the exercise. The lower the seat, the harder it'll be. The higher the seat, the easier it'll be. So start off at a level that you can tolerate. From this sitting position, elevate the opposite leg and stand up using one leg. If you find you're using your balance, start off from a higher surface. Once that becomes easier, you can start lowering the surface that you're using. This exercise targets the glutes, the muscles around the knees, and the muscles around the ankles. Remember, they all play a role in your knee health. Additionally, this exercise is amazing for any single leg activity, whether it's stairs, walking, running, jumping, and even sometimes picking things up off the floor. The next exercise is called a Bulgarian split squat. This exercise is a little bit trickier to do, but it's amazing for your knee health. Starting off with one foot in front of the other, you can elevate your back foot on a stable surface. From here, you want to lower into a lunge position. Make sure that you shift your hips back as you're performing this exercise. The further forward your knee goes, the more pain you may experience, as it will become a knee dominant movement. In this particular case, we want to transfer the load in our hip and ankle area. This will allow us to perform the exercise without much knee pain. Complete this exercise in the range of motion that you can tolerate. Start off with some shallow Bulgarian split squats. When you build up your stability and strength, increase the depth of your split squats. Once that becomes easier, you can even add some weights in your hands. These are tricky to do, but they're worth it. Again, they play a really important role in any single leg activity. And as we know, we're constantly having to perform single leg activities throughout our day. So the better you get at split squats, the better you get at your day-to-day activities. And last but not least, we have the crab walk. The crab walk is a great way to activate the glute muscles and the muscles around your hips. Knowing what we know now, the stronger those muscles are, the more stable your entire lower limb will be. With the crab walks, you'll need to use some sports bands. I've popped a link in the description below of the bands that I tend to use with all my patients when prescribing crab walks. If you go to the gym, they're also a great tool to use before any of your workouts at the gym, just to get a good warm up. Place the band around your forefoot. This will increase the contraction in your glute muscles. From there, take a step to the right and then a step to the left. Make sure the band stays tight throughout the entire exercise. Another common mistake I see in clinic is that people tend to drag their opposite foot along the floor. This creates friction and makes the exercise easy. So make sure you're lifting your foot off the floor and controlling it when taking a step in the opposite direction. Now, it's very important that you start slow. So start off with 6 repetitions 3 times a day. As the exercises become a little bit easier, you can increase the amount of reps you're doing. 6 will be 7, 7 will be 8. For some people that might come faster, for others it might take a little bit of time, and that's okay. The general rule of thumb that I like to implement with my patients is 1 rep every 4 to 6 days. And if you can do more and progress faster, that's fine too, as long as you're not aggravating your symptoms. If you have more than a 2 out of 10 pain during your exercises and after, it's too much, lower your intensity. It's also very important that you complete these exercises in the range of motion that you can tolerate. So for example, with the Bulgarian split squats, you don't need to go as low. And with the single leg sit to stance, you can have the seat that you're sitting on a little bit higher to make it a little bit easier. If the exercise is reproducing pain beyond a 2 out of 10, it's too much and you need to make these modifications. Otherwise, you'll just aggravate your knee pain and you won't be able to do the exercises the following day. I hope you liked today's video. Click the like and the subscribe button. If you have any questions about knee pain and some of the exercises we had to chat about today, you can pop it in the comment section below. If you would like one-on-one physiotherapy sessions conducted all online, you can reach out to me at onlinephysical.health. If you have any questions about that, you can pop it in the website's chat box. Otherwise, follow us on Instagram at onlinephysical.health.